So
Good. See, this is power. This is power. You know, you have one of these. Just beat somebody with this. It's not only a microphone, but it's also a weapon.
yes, yes.
You know.
We use it as a weapon often, actually.
Yes. Even when sometimes it's a microphone, right? Yeah.
So can you just tell us a bit about your character and a bit about how you kind of came to the series as well?
Well, I played Dr. Will Zimmerman on Sanctuary, and I'm kind of the forensic psychiatrist of the group, and sort of the scientific mind, and trying to deal with these abnormals. And it's a very kind of different story how I came to the show. Normally, you go for an audition and hopefully you get hired and you're on the show. But I had worked with Martin Wood years and years ago on another movie that shan't be named. And we kept in touch, and we stayed friends. And he sent me this thing. He said, "Look, we have this script. You should read it." And I read it and loved it. Damien Kindler's script. It was great. The pilot for the first season, and I called him back and I said, "Hey, this is great. Like, what's the deal with it?" And he said, "Well, there's two things. We're going to launch on the web." And I was like, "Oh, really?" Like, and this was now like 3 years ago, right? So, you're not. It wasn't. It's still not really big, right? So I was like, okay. And he's like, and the second thing is we're going to shoot most of it on green screen, like up to 70%. And I was like, what, really? I don't know. I just couldn't see it. And he said, well, look, come up to Vancouver. We're going to shoot a test promo stuff and just to shoot a few scenes to see if it works. So I went up, and that's when I met Damien and Amanda, and just all of us kind of clicked it, and it was just a great time. And we shot that segment, and a few months later, they called me. They said, "Look, here it is," and I was just absolutely blown away by the result and just the ability of what you can do. And there's like absolutely no boundaries with a show like this because of the green screen. That I was totally hooked, and we launched on the web and got some fans, and then got onto Sci-Fi Channel for first season, and here we are at the end of shooting season 2. And yeah, man, it's just been a great adventure.
I mean, does that? I don't know. Some actors find green screen work. They like it, and some people don't like it. Like, what is your kind of take on that? Is it more challenging to act just with your pure imagination, or like how does that work for you?
Not really. I mean, the great thing is that I get to act with such an amazing company of actors, Amanda Tapping being first and foremost. So, no matter what, you're in scenes with great actors. And sometimes it's difficult. Like there's chase scenes where you're running, and it's like, oh, well, okay, what are the dimensions of the room? There's walls, and you can't run into this and that. But it's not very difficult, and particularly after having done it for 2 seasons now, so we kind of know the dimensions of the rooms, and we kind of you get used to it. And the great thing, one of the many great things about working with green screen is that you'll be standing on a vista, and Amanda and I will be looking out at something, and you kind of Marty will say, look, okay, so you were looking at an old city, it looks like this, and you kind of put the image in your head. And then after Anthem Visual Effects, our VFX house gets a hold of it and does the final thing, the final product is always way cooler than the thing that you ever imagined. You're just like, oh my God, it just blows you away. So the ability to be able to do that is worth the kind of figuring out working on the green screen.
So it almost kind of makes it more worthwhile, like watching on TV as well, because you don't really know what to expect. So
yeah, and what's great about the thing too is like there are you'll sit down and watch the show, and you'll go, okay, well, I know that there's no such thing as that kind of monster, so I know that that's not a real monster. But my favorite shots, green screen shots, are the ones where it's just like if you didn't know better, you would have thought, no, they just went out to the alley and shot that. It's like, but I know because I was there. It's like that brick wall is digitally done, and it looks so real. Those are the shots that blow me away. It's like there's just nothing that these guys can't do. It's unbelievable.
So can you talk about working with Amanda, and are there any guest stars you can name for us for this new season?
Well, working with Amanda Tapping is just, it's amazing. She's a fantastic actress. She's generous. We have a great time. I mean, we're always giggling and laughing, and that's really, we've all become great friends, and that's key because we're around each other like 16 hours a day, every day. There's like, she just doesn't ever cease to amaze me. She directed an episode in season 2, and she's such a fantastic director. There's nothing that she can't do. So, it's a privilege for me to be able to call myself her sidekick on the show and just get to do the majority of my work with her because she really makes me better as an actor. In terms of guest stars. We've got some great guest stars coming up this year. Chris Gauthier from Eureka is going to be on the show. Erica Sarah from Eureka is on the show. My buddy Callum Blue we're working with him now from Dead Like Me. He's in the finale of season 2. So yeah, I mean, it's just it's a great there's a great pool of talent that and the good thing about it too is it seems that people have this positive feeling about the show. So when you say like, hey, come and do an episode of Sanctuary, people go, oh yeah, cool, I want to try that out. Like, it's gotten a good following, which is great for us. The great thing about the show is that they're constantly pushing the envelope. There's never, I mean, we went to Tokyo and shot a scene. Like, we were supposed to go for press, and then Martin said, hey, why don't we shoot a scene there? And just like no is not in the vocabulary. It's like every idea is like, okay, yeah, let's try to do that, and that's the blast for me. It's like, being an actor on the show is like, going on a roller coaster ride every episode, and I think the audience will feel that way too.
Thanks so much.
Hey, no problem. Thanks.